In any kind of retail or e-commerce business, there are a few key metrics that you want to be looking at in terms of customer segmentation to help grow your base and grow your revenues and ultimately grow your profits. As we've worked with clients like this, we've seen that there's a few kinds of analyses that we often do. One is an RFM analysis, which is recency, frequency, and monetary value. So we can use those to look at days between purchase, the total number of purchases, average order value, the amount per person, and we can take those kinds of criteria and segment our base up into segments like this. Here's our best customers. They purchase frequently, they bought a lot, they spend a lot, they're worth a lot. Here's big spenders. They purchase infrequently, but when they do, they spend a lot. Here's loyal. They purchase all the time, but it's small increments. Okay, here's recent customers, people we need to nurture. These are people at risk. And in fact, if we click, we can drill in and we can see where do these people lie in context with other people in our segments. So it helps us understand the base and see very quickly some at a glance metrics about what action should we take for given segments of people and customers. Okay, then we can start to drill into correlating products with customers. We've got a variety of filters here we can use to slice and dice. We want to see, okay, where does this group stand? Where does this group? Where does this group? We can see where different people fall here on both our plot on the right, as well as some of these others. Here's, these kinds of foods go together in terms of price points and order values and frequency of purchase. So it helps us understand maybe these are some things we could bundle together. There's some upsell, cross-sell opportunities. This kind of analysis here is really useful. And then lastly, of course, customer lifetime value. So we can see for any given segment, where are things at? We can see, what's our global distribution and the percent of sales for each of the countries in this case. We can see how they stack up, as well as different segments here in their lifetime value. So we can see, people, our bottle shop customers or distributors end up generating customers with a much higher lifetime value than other places, than supermarkets. So when we're focusing our distribution strategy or our marketing strategy, we have segments that we can focus where we know we can spend more because we're going to get a much higher return. So these kinds of things, your RFM, your product distribution and correlations, as well as your customer lifetime value, are some of the key metrics, and as well as churn and getting single first-time purchasers or one-time buyers to become repeat loyal customers. These are some of the things that we look at, and here's a sample of the kinds of analysis that you might want to be looking at in your business as well. So if there's any questions, we would love to have a conversation with you and talk about what we've seen, what you've seen, and compare notes. Thanks.